I went for a little walk in the woods yesterday. Little walk. I made a little video. So this is the river on the property. And during the hurricane in December, the banks were so overflowed, it went all the way up here. It's all sandy now. You can see like a bunch of sand. And it washed a bunch of branches against the trees up here. Like you got all these big clumps of branches that get caught up in the trees. But it's amazing to think that like all the river here went this high and up to there, up to where you see kind of the green line up there. But crazy. It's one of my walking around videos. Hey, look. Hello, tree. Look, it's a tree. It's kind of ripping off the Opster with his walk around things. But yeah, it's like, it was a nice day and I figured, yeah, I'm just going to go walk around on my property, check out the property, make sure no shenanigans is going on. So I walked down to the river and finally saw some of the damage done by the hurricane we had down here in December. But I tell you, there's just something about a man walking around on your property, a gun on your hip, and just, surveying your land. It's just a thing. It's a guy thing. It's, I just feel like before I came down here, I was cooped up in an apartment in Mineola, Long Island, New York. And it just takes it out of you. It takes the life force right out of you. You're sitting there in an apartment and, taking the train into the city to do the show in Manhattan. And just the bullshit going on and everything. There's just something that I think is essential to men, real men. There's just something inherent in a man. They need space, you need some room, and you need outdoors. You need like some land where you could stand on it, look around, and no one's there, and it's yours, and you have guns on you, and there are animals that might want to kill you. Oh, it's just something primal, something ancient, just ingrained in all men, real men. The ones that they call toxic masculinity, that type of man. Those, the way men are supposed to be. Not the bullshit today. But yesterday, watching an old black and white video, a candid camera thing from years ago. And the guy, he was ready to fly. He's at the airport and he's wearing like a suit under his jacket. And this didn't look like a guy, like a businessman type guy. This is just a man who knew that when you went to the airport to go fly, you got dressed. That's what they did back then. They put a suit and tie on, and he was wearing a fedora. He's wearing a fedora. And, that's what men used to do. There's no respect anymore. It's nothing. Look at me. No respect. You young kids don't understand. And maybe there's a little of that. Maybe there is a little of that. It's been something that, since I guess the dawn of mankind, the older you get, the more you look back with fondness on things you remember, and you look with a bit of disdain to things that are happening now and the way things are running. But I guess every generation was kind of right. The older part of of society kind of looks and goes, that's bullshit. And when you look back, yeah, they kind of were right. It was bullshit. And now, I could sit here and call out some of the bullshit. I don't think anyone, and I guess there's been studies, I don't think anyone can deny that there has been a definite downtrend in masculinity in this country. That's all I really know about. But there's been a definite downtrend in masculinity, and it's been villainized in a way. People look at masculine men who are just adhering to the roles that men are supposed to adhere to over the course of forever. Women have their roles. Men are supposed to be masculine. They're supposed to take responsibility for certain things like the safety of the family. But, all of those traditional roles just go to shit, and society goes to shit when that happens. Oh, I went out last night. But people might be very surprised to hear this. I don't drink a lot anymore. I really, really don't. And it's not like the recovering alcoholic I don't drink. It's not preachy. And it's not that I don't drink at all. I just really don't drink that much anymore. So when I do now, I'm not digging it. I'm just not digging it as much. I went out last night. I like it when I'm doing it to a point. And last night, I went and grabbed something to eat. I had a glass of wine. And then I went to a bar. I had 2 Duvels. Those are like Belgian beer. And then there was 1 Belgian beer here at home at night. And that was like crazy drinking for me. That's like insane. And then I woke up this morning and I'm like a little like, oh God. And that's nothing compared to what I used to down. All the shots, Gino and Gavin. But all that shit. And now here's another thing I find myself doing. At night while I'm drinking, if I'm out or whatever, there'll be more beer or something and I'll just get done and be like, yeah, I'm done. I don't really want any more, which is crazy. There wasn't a night that would go by that every bit of beer or wine or something was just gone. If I opened up a bottle of wine, it was empty. I'd empty it. And if there was another bottle of wine, I'd pop it open. If there was a 12-pack in the fridge and I was drinking beer at night, it was gone. I knew it was time to go to bed when the beer was gone. And it's not because of any health things. I just really, I don't care. It's not a big thing anymore to just be drinking. So, yeah, I went out last night and I was just kind of like barely drank anything. But I kind of felt shitty this morning. And I woke up thinking like, why am I doing this? Why am I still doing it? It doesn't give me the thrill it used to. I don't know. Anyway, that could end at a moment's notice. I'll just start drinking like a fish again. A fish drink. Next week, I swear, more announcements on the WABC job. I just spoke with the GM again. We're just working out minor details with scheduling and the contract, but it's all good. I was texting with Sid also, and we're all ready to go and psyched about the WABC radio gig.